Alright, everybody. It's time for Ultraman Omega. It is time. We are here. We've made it. We've made it to another show. Alright, who we got in the chat? We got Andy Jedi 1. We got A-Tab. And XQ Baragon. What's up? What is up? I'll tell you what's up. It's Omega time. Omega is up. Andy Jedi 1 says, how's your 4th of July, GPTV, and everyone that is watching the stream? Well, you know what? It's been fine. Our local parade sucked this year. It was all like people running for mayor, and there was no cool parade floats or anything. So that was disappointing. Had a good burger. But today, it's really Omega Day for me. Let's put it that way. A-Tab says, I hope Takase doesn't fumble this. Oh, God, I really... Yeah. Lorenzo Morales. Greetings. XQ Paragon says, if Takase played his cards right, this could legitimately be on par with Blazar. Yeah. I think right now, my prediction for Omega is like an 8 out of 10. If Blazar was an 8.5 out of 10, my prediction for Omega is 8 out of 10. So yeah. Also, big announcement at the start of the stream. I might as well say it now. Get it out of the way. Get it over with. YouTube memberships, channel memberships, I should say, specifically my channel. I've launched memberships on my channel. And for $1, you can get like special emojis in the chat right now, as well as like member shoutouts and other perks. I think the big thing right though is the emojis in the live stream chat. I think you guys would have a lot of fun with that. I want to figure out if I could do more. I want to load as much into just the $1 thing, because $1 is like nothing. I want to load in as much as I can. And there's a $5 tier if you guys really want to support me. I'm going to have members only videos at some point. It will happen. I promise. But just, you know, for incentive. XQ Paragon says, can I get anything for 1 cent? Unfortunately, no. $1 is the lowest option they have. I forgot to turn on the sign behind me. Also, guys, do you mess with the new look of the stream background? You know, I put some thought into it. All right. I'm gonna get my co-hosts on, which today are the Tokoist, Kamada Kizzle, and Robozilla 64. I think Robozilla 64. He's on the line. All right. Give me a second here. Can we get anything for 5 trillion Zimbabwe dollars? How much is that? Because I feel like there's probably like not very much. Oh, that's 150 US dollars. Yes, actually, for 150 US dollars, you could give me that through super chats, which has been turned on. Alright, my guests are not ready yet, but they'll be here. If this episode is bad as Decker first 3 episodes, you don't know. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine they would be. You know, there's still the opportunity for baffling choices to be made, like with Arc. There was no reason for the episode 1 and 3 switch. But I don't think... There's no sign of that happening, so I at least feel safe. But yeah. What can I get for 1.5 bronze Roman coins signed by Julius Caesar? I feel like that's probably, like, worth a lot. Tookmini says, I think this episode will have Omega in it. What's wrong with you? Why would Omega be in it? Why would Omega be in it? Literally, why would Omega be in it? Yeah, I think excitement levels for Omega, they're high. They're high. They're higher than, definitely higher than Arc. Arc, like, there was, in the end, right, like, the time leading up right to the first episode, I was, like, kind of getting into it. I was kind of seeing the vision. I was kind of looking forward to it. More than kind of. I was like, okay, this could be a decent show. It's not quite Blazar level, but it could be good. But Omega, I'm not at Blazar level, but I'm excited, right? I'm optimistic. I think I might be at, like, Trigger excitement level. You know, because who knew? I didn't know Trigger was gonna be bad, so. All right, let's get the guests on. Hello, boys.
Hello.
Hello.
Say hi to the chat.
Hello, chat.
Hello.
Oh, we have another guest. Who is this?
It's Omega's biggest fan.
Omega's biggest fan. Hey.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready for Ultraman Omega.
Yeah. Oh, Tokamania said he lost a gallon to that. I'm guessing in reference to Naked Serato. Oh yeah, I gotta stream the episode.
I weigh 2 tons.
Yeah. Alright, let me check audio levels. Each person, okay, David, say something.
Hello.
Omega's biggest fan, say something.
Hello.
Tom.
I see Omega.
Tom, say something.
What'd you say?
What's up?
Alright, hold on.
I see Omega right there.
What?
Omega. Ultraman Omega, he's right there. I see him.
You see him?
Yes. He's so beautiful.
Alright, audio levels understood. Are you guys excited?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I'm excited.
Oh, I know you're excited.
Yeah. You hear me? I'm on my computer now.
Yeah, we can hear you. I might turn you up a bit. Okay. ATAB says GPTV is on my TV right now. Is it a big TV? Am I speaking to the whole fam right now?
Speak to my whole fam.
Yeah. Andy Jedi 1 says I'm still cautiously optimistic about episode 1 when it starts. Yeah, I would say I am cautious. Tokamania says, gee, I sure hope Gubila doesn't appear.
I hope he does.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that? I don't like that.
That's my tummy's growling for Omega.
Okay.
Okay.
I need it.
Bubbling.
Yeah.
Oh, King Goji's in the chat. Welcome.
Welcome.
Buddy.
Sorry.
XQ Paragon says, I can't wait to see Demaga and Monzaga again. Are they supposed to be in it?
Yeah.
Atev says, I want to see Therizinosaurus. He's coming. Oh yeah, I should also say next week I won't be able to stream. Oh wow. Oh, I should make a poll. Oh my god, Tom! You try using your
What?
emojis.
Okay.
Always
I just remembered that
agree.
I was gonna do it. I remember now. GPTV.
Yes, everyone. Tom is a wonderful role model, and you should all follow in his footsteps.
Yep. Emoji. I'm gonna send this one.
Wow, it's so weird saying that in like a live stream chat.
I'm gonna send Takusi.
Where's the Ultraman Omega foot emoji?
I don't know what you just said.
Poll of
Okay.
yes or no,
Okay.
can you grow bigger?
Where is the Ultraman Omega foot emoji?
Oh. 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 You have to find that one on your own. I'm a biggest fan.
Toku Tickler, if you hear me, please make an Ultraman Omega.
Oh, I should change it to live chat instead of. What is? Oh, I see. Okay. Alright, Demaga and Monzaga were in the toy catalog. Okay. Checks out. Son Amy, Rose the Hedgehog, in 1992, says, at Godzilla Productions TV, I'm Filipino guy with sign language and deaf.
Hello, Filipino guy with sign language and deaf.
How can you understand us right now if you speak sign language and are
Well,
deaf?
you know what? Despite the barriers, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here to support me. And all of us fans of Omega, well, hopefully.
Yes. I'm a fan of
I mean,
Omega.
one of us is definitely a fan. Yeah.
You know me.
Oh, we know you.
We know you. Time-honored character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Wait, where's my webcam? I'm gonna move me up. There we go. More like that. Okay. Oh, baby.
Are you excited for Omega, Hayden?
No.
No.
What?
Hayden, are you excited? Are you gonna like eat anything?
Am I gonna eat anything?
Are you gonna get a big snack for Omega?
I don't like you.
What?
I don't,
You wanna
just
make
look
us
really,
toast?
you look really hungry. Didn't-
I'm
Stop.
hungry.
You look rather famished tonight.
Stop. I don't like this.
I'm honestly really excited for the episode.
Oh, Lorenzo Morales says we love Portugal.
I don't.
That's a shame because there's someone in the chat who says I am Portuguese
Oh.
guy who is from
Oh.
Portugal and speaks Portuguese.
Oops. I love Portugal.
No, you don't. Don't
This is
lie.
beautiful. You had a... And was I your first member?
You were my third member. Mr. Red Hudson and Orga Lover beat you to it.
You're supposed to tell me when it opens. I could be your first. Oh. Can Mr. Hudson be my first member? Can he give me $1?
I want $1.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
Like the stream if you want $1.
Yes,
If you
actually,
guys
like the
comment
stream
on-
if you guys love money.
If you guys comment on this video talking about how much you love that I'm in the stream and you go to Gfest, I will give you one US dollar.
Ooh.
And also, actually, I'm gonna retcon that a little bit. You have to talk about how much you're glad I'm here instead of some nutty split.
Yes, because he didn't like Ultraman Arc. He hated Ultraman Arc. Oh my God! Meditative Films, Scratch and Sniff TV is back. Oh hi.
Scratch and sniff. I'm sniffing.
Okay, you know I'm gonna go pee right now.
Okay.
All of a sudden, I gotta go. Nature calls, as they say. Don't they say
Don't miss
that?
it.
Omega's biggest fan.
Don't take too long in the bathroom.
Okay, I won't. Goodbye.
Bye.
Something's coming.
5.
We still on the stream?
Yeah.
He's still.
Wow.
I'm watching the stream. He's gone. Not on the share.
Yeah, it's just us. My friend just told me that. My friend just told me that he messaged me and he's like, my uncle's friend's son is the drummer in a band you like. And I was like, how did you learn that? And he was like, my uncle we were talking about music and my uncle just volunteered it unprompted.
Oh. That's interesting.
Dude, the M47 patent is poop. The M48 is better. Trust me.
Oh my God, I have the tracker. Like it's showing me the map now. Oh, it's 8 minutes now. That's still time for Omega.
How we doing, guys?
Good.
Hey.
Fascinating fact about your
chat.
uncle.
Hey chat. Were you watching in the bathroom?
I was.
It wasn't my uncle, it was my friend's uncle actually.
Oh yeah,
But
that's what
I have a
meant.
question for the chat. I'm just wondering what you guys think of the whole hog slop situation. I don't know if you guys have heard about that any, but the hog. I was wondering what your thoughts are on the hog slop. Bitch.
I love hog slop.
Have you heard about the hog slop bubble?
Yeah, it's gonna burst.
It's gonna stink
Oh,
like hog slop.
that's
Yeah.
nasty.
Not to get too
dude.
political with the whole hog slop situation, but
Yeah, no politics, please. Let's not talk about the hog slap situation. Thank
Wow.
you.
I don't think it's inherently political. I think some.
What about the big, beautiful Omega?
Oh, Robo's in the chat. Huh. I wish Robo was here in the stream.
Yeah, who's that guy? I don't know.
He's just the handsomest boy this side of the Mississippi.
That's true. Oh. A tab says, I omega it over my television and now it became red and silver. What do I do?
You live with it.
Yeah.
Does that
Just like do with it.
Not that hard. I mean, technically speaking, how often does the color of your television really affect you?
A lot, actually. Oh, someone
That's
is not
racially
excited.
motivated.
Someone is not excited for the new episode. Because Taco says a piggy.
Hey, Who are you? Why are you not excited?
You don't want to get
Hey.
on Omega's biggest fan's bad side, let me tell you.
Let's
Let's just
just
say it
say-
takes a long time to get back to the other side. Quite a distance.
Hey, Omega's biggest fan, we got a question for you in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Meditated Film says, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your grip game on some nonchalant stuff?
10.
10, alright. And the episode starts in 4 minutes. Meditated Films. In 121 Film, speak of the films. I'm so excited for Omega, I could just rub my belly for hours.
Me too. I'm rubbing it right now, actually.
Oh, really?
Speaking of rubbing, where's our friend Gumzilla at?
Okay.
Gumzilla.
Lorenzo Morales
Yeah,
asks,
where is Gumzilla?
Hello.
what's the reasoning behind calling Taikase a piggy? Have you seen the arc finale? Because that's your answer.
And honestly, though, even if
4.
you did see the arc finale, you might have forgotten about the piggy.
There's a massive pig monster. And the suit actor was Takase.
Is that true?
That is true. Look it up.
Dude, me too, Meditated Films. I'm only here for Gumzilla. Like, what's even the point? of
Wow.
Gumzilla?
Oh, our... Wow.
Oh. I thought you were blind and deaf. How can you type that fast?
Omega is actually New Generation Ultra 7, since Ginga Z is New Generation 0, and Trigger and Decker and Blazar are New Generation Tiga, Dinah, and Noah and Ark is New Generation Jack. That's fascinating stuff.
Also, guys, I have bad news. Gumzilla told me he's not going to be here because he's going to be working.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You
Doesn't
have a
have a job?
JLB?
I think that's what he said. I actually
No.
don't remember. Hold on.
No.
Where does he...
No.
I'm actually curious.
No.
Oh, he
No.
said
At least-
yeah,
at
no,
least
yeah,
he
he's
came
working.
in.
He is working.
No.
Hayden,
What's up?
what do you call it? Get ready for a big surprise in 2 minutes. Right
Oh, if
before
it's the
Omega.
rectum rat tickler, I'm removing them.
It's even better.
Okay.
Are you okay, Robo?
He's employed. This crosses
Robo's
the
not
line.
here.
Yeah, no.
Wait, hold on. A-Tab, you said, thank God my school ended today? You had school until today?
Kindergarten lasts a long time.
Bro. Imagine
Right.
working instead of watching Ultraman. Oh, so true. Oh my god, it premieres in 60 seconds.
You know what else is...
Where's Nathan Doritos? Oh, he's
He's gonna be
party.
here soon.
Oh, is he
He's coming
showing up in a
different
minute?
form. Yeah, he's gonna come in a minute.
Okay, Chuckles. Settle down.
Who's Zapio?
What?
Zapio.
Yeah, I know you're Zapari. You told me to call you... Tab. um... XQ Paragon says, I'm skipping school for 3 weeks. I don't have summer break. Going to the UK for vacation? Oh, you going with Edwin Rourke?
I'm gonna go visit Gumzilla.
Oh my god. Gum. The
Hayden,
spirit of Gum.
Hayden, your surprise should be there right now.
My surprise?
Yes.
Oh, I know what you did. I
Not
really hope
exactly.
you didn't actually do that.
Only one way to find out,
RBG Ultraman Editor X Creator says they're excited.
Hey, you might wanna go check.
I'm not.
You don't want
I'm
your
not dealing
surprise
with that
getting cold.
actually. My 2 loving parents are gonna deal with that. So. Oh wow, we're getting a whole
1 minute.
character intro in the chat.
Oh, wow. So are you blind and deaf, or is your OC blind and deaf? I'm confused. Why are you laughing?
Who's blind and deaf?
Son Amy Rose?
On Amy Rose, the Hedgehog, 1992.
Hayden, why can't I see? Wait, is the bottom of the chat? Oh, there we go. The poll for some reason was on the bottom.
God, why
Oh,
is
you
someone
got
ringing my
members.
doorbell, I wonder?
Oh,
Oh. I think I might know why.
let's just say...
Oh.
Ring, ring, ding.
Your noise started.
You paid for that, right?
Yeah, I did.
Hold on a minute.
There he is.
I got a pizza, guys. I wonder how that happened.
Why is it muted?
Because I was dealing with the pizza he bought me. Alright, I'm gonna start this over.
Oh my god, it's the bugs!
Because I missed it. Because he made me deal with that.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
Alright,
It's
here we
real.
go. It's a destroyed planet.
Yeah,
Hello, Boog. This is all CGI. This is like all done. This looks really good.
Yeah.
No, it looks awesome.
Oh wow.
Oh.
This is like really well done. This is impressive.
There's so many boogs.
Yeah. Holy Boog!
Oh, big boog.
Big Boog. That's a wow.
Whoa, the song slaps.
Big daddy boog.
I can't even really hear it to be honest. They must have had a massive budget increase.
Yes.
Oh, here we go. Oh, wow. Oh, he just blew up the
Whoa.
planet! What?
Whoa.
What? Oh my god.
Yes.
Wait, this is crazy.
Oh, what's up,
Wow.
Earth?
Okay.
That's so me.
Oh, we're not gonna get the
Yeah.
opening in this, are we? Because there's credits.
That means we get opening at Gfest.
Yes.
I wish Gumzilla was here right now.
You'd have loved this.
Yeah.
So Mega landed on Earth, disguised as a human, but he lost his memory. Correct. He's
He's
naked!
Naked!
I love this show.
What's up, Tyler Grimm? Alright. Oh, that's interesting. It's an interesting visual there.
His Pemula is showing.
Okay. Alright, we're back to live now. Okay, so why'd you buy me a pizza?
Celebrate Arc.
Well,
Not Arc, Omega.
This isn't even Arc, yeah. I was wondering. So, what kind of pizza is it?
It's pizza with sausage.
It sure is. Why did you do that?
Could you show the stream the pizza?
I
Or is it
did.
already there? Did you show it? Oh, you did? Okay, I'm watching. Tom told me to put extra sauce in it. Are you ready to eat?
Are you like?
I'm not eating that. I just had dinner, bro.
Well, you can have some for later.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Can I have some?
No.
Bring it to the Hyatt.
Oh, wait, what's...
You gotta
Okay,
put the slides.
the building's sinking.
Gotta have slides. Come on.
Oh!
That's a good miniature.
Oh.
No, it doesn't exist anymore.
That was a quick commercial.
Chad, how's the stream audio? Is it loud? Oh, Lucas the Unbelievable says, Holy Finger Doodle Tingled Fluff.
Me too, man. Me too.
And Godzilla Knots here. Tyler Grimm says, it's been a while since I've been on here with you. I think since Trigger. Oh, wow. Well, it's good to have you back. So what does this guy do again? He owns a warehouse? Or something?
That's what it looks like.
Intruder alert.
Oh my god, piggy. There's a piggy. Oh, the Earth's flat.
What?
delicious.
You know what else? Never mind.
Domino's Pizza?
Okay. All right.
Come on, one slice. Just one slice.
Yeah, no, this is Takase. I have one of those.
You actually?
Yeah, it looks exactly the same.
埼玉県高等学校総合体育大会陸上競技男子 100m 3位俺の青春と汗と涙の結晶
Music.
Oh, David, look,
I love it.
top right, Turbo Granny. Oh, it's behind
You're
me.
right.
He's just like, call the police.
Why does he have a warehouse on the 3rd floor?
He's searching through everything like a Fed.
すいません今ちょっと立て込み中でおいやめろってあいえ何でもはいあまた後でかけ直しますはい失礼しますこれをおいやめろ
See, look at the thought put into this set and compare that to the skip office, bro. This is like, this feels real and lived in.
I don't know. This doesn't have any pictures of random like 80 monsters on the wall. Right?
Wait, how do you already get out there?
Because he's Ultraman. Can do anything.
Well, he can't fly though, so get owned. Wait, does he still have his phone?
Yeah.
I love this show.
We know you do. Omega's biggest fan.
Wait, oh, he's totally gonna say the line. I think I can grow bigger.
I think I can grow bigger.
It's coming up.
Dude,
You know
this
what
is that
else?
Gfest sniffing.
Telegram says we can all agree Arc sucked the most of the new generation hero era. I think Trigger, but Arc was not great.
Arc is mid.
Yeah.
いい加減にしろ本当にわからないのか
Something's coming.
It's Grime.
Is
It is Grime. It's Pemular.
This is Pemula.
he's? We think he's made from Bazonga, right?
He could be.
I can see it either way.
Pemula.
Yeah. I like the design though. So.
Yes, I do.
Oh,
I really like
oh.
this design, and honestly, it might be my least favorite of all the Omega monsters we've seen so far, because they're all so good.
Oh. What is going on? Oh, he's whipping him around. Oh, hi. Ooh. You know, isn't kaiju just like, this is a world where kaiju don't exist, right? But like,
Yeah.
that's ours.
I think that.
So
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure the like direct translation of kaiju is literally just monster.
yeah. So
No, it's not.
Then what is it, David?
It's giant monster.
Wrong. That's Dai Kaiju.
Oh.
You know nothing.
yeah.
Sorry, I guess I'm not kawaii enough.
You're not, and you never will be. What's up, dog monster from the movie?
Who
I'll be
wants to
honest with you,
bet
Tom.
Gubila will return? I think he
Oh
will.
God, I hope so.
Okay.
I would do anything to be able to come back.
Me too. Gobila, my beloved.
He like everyone's like, why is Gubila in everything? Because he's the goat. Like he deserves to be. That's why. Why is Godzilla in all the
right.
movies?
Yeah.
Hey?
Godzilla. Who's that?
XQ Paragon says, so how we feeling so far? I like it. I mean, it's a little... I like it. I have no complaints. I mean, besides that
playing.
opening, it's nothing crazy.
Ultraman 80.
The one weird shot of him in the air was kind of neat.
Oh, him being like whipped around. Whenever you get like the POV, yeah. I mean, so far, I mean, it's shot well, I'd say. Some of the composites, you know, not perfect, but like not bad by any means.
I can smell my parents cooking something, and I'm really hungry.
You know what I can smell?
Pizza?
Yeah.
Dude, they're in Ohio City, just like you.
Yeah, I know. That's what I. There is actually an Ohio City. That is the thing.
I wish it was a Massachusetts city.
I came from the stars.
Up.
The sun? You can't live there, buddy.
Where-
Okay. So when they say it's a world where kaiju don't exist, it's a world where the idea of it doesn't even exist.
Dude, if I made Omega, I would have had them be like, wow, this is just like those Godzilla movies. And they call the monsters Godzillas.
Yes. It's like in Max, and they have Godzilla toys for some reason.
And Gamera.
Yeah. Oh. Hello. Takase likes his little crying kids. What can I say?
I prefer Takase's little kids to Sakamoto's little kids.
Oh. That's the power of an Ultraman right there. He put his hand on his head.
Couldn't you use the power of Ultraman? Could you like hypothetically just like pull like someone's arm off or something?
He probably could. That'd be crazy.
That'd be awesome if there's like an alien or something that he does it to at some point. It's never gonna happen.
Oh, she's looking right at the camera. She kept looking right at me, right at us.
It's a fourth wall break. You wouldn't understand it.
Can you wear that shirt, Hayden, that says smiling?
Yeah.
Smile, smile.
Okay.
Your favorite.
Yep.
You is a kind person.
ああいうのほっといたら後で気になるじゃん。なんかできたんじゃないかなって。それが嫌なだけで。
I hate that feeling too, man. I
Yeah.
get it.
You is kind.
だって。
You can smell monsters.
So can I.
He just came out of that building. It's like Godzilla.
Yes. Oh, he knows his name.
巨大な爪で地を掘り、硬い岩盤に当たると角から熱線を出して溶かす。
Like Baragon.
There's this. Oh, his name tag is colored.
That's cool.
It's new.
I wonder if it would just always be red or if they'll change it for
Wait,
each monster.
he's totally about to say the line. I feel like it's gonna change color for a monster.
That's, I hope.
Oh, hello, awesome.
Oh.
Oh.
He's- oh my god. Oh, that shot looked a little rough. He caught him. Dude, I love when the Ultraman form has abilities. I think Guy is the only other one who has them.
Gay?
Gay.
あの時もお前が俺のことなんか知らないんじゃなかったのか。知らないけどさ、お前が逃げないから。俺が逃げないから助けに来た。
Oh, I just heard fireworks.
気分が悪いだろ、誰かを見捨てていくなんて。
Why would there be fireworks?
そうか。
For Ultraman.
Oh, yeah.
Good boy.
やっぱりお前は優しいだ。
You really is kind.
He really is kind.
ありがとう。
Is it that same girl?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bro.
見捨てる
Oh, it's like Attack on Titan.
Okay, David.
Okay.
お前の言ってることはわかる。おい、何を？
Is it though?
そういう気がする。
Because remember, Aaron's mom also broke her legs and
あ
couldn't
んな
move.
大きいのどうにもできねえだろ。
She was under a building.
Oh, here it comes.
Yes!
Yeah, lock in.
I think!
What do you think?
そうな気がする。
I can grow big!
Yes! Me too.
Oh, that's cool.
I love the transformation device.
The USB.
Wait, this is low-key awesome.
It is. Takase's cooking. This is the make or break moment. Oh!
Lock
Dude!
in.
Ultra 7!
Dude, the
Dude!
deaf guy was right. It is new gen Ultra 7.
Okay, that was pretty cool. I'll give it to him. I didn't expect that.
Oh, he grew bigger, alright.
He grew big.
He grew big.
Awesome.
宇宙人。
You only now connected those dots.
Yes. Get him.
Oh.
Oh, holy butt.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, I love these like road bridges they have in Japan.
Yeah.
They're so cool.
So Sigma.
I love looking at pictures of Japan and being like, yo, those look like the buildings from Ultraman. And I just forget this is what it looks like there. Use that slugger, Omega. Oh, baby. Slice him up. Oh, you know,
Dude, awesome.
there's still like a decent chunk of the episode left. Or this is just like a late ad or something. I don't
It's
know.
Omega time.
It's where I'm megging it.
I feel like the ads so far have been like shorter and less. I don't know if that's like a change.
Well,
they've made,
usually, I don't know. Maybe they just have less things to advertise.
I doubt it.
I was thinking the same thing.
Well, they only have so many ads running at a time.
This show's beautiful, guys. I think I am
no.
going to become an Ultraman.
Oh, it's this toy that they love.
Yeah, they love showing this toy.
They love showing this toy.
I love that toy too.
XQ Paragon says this is a really cool episode so far, and I agree. It's pretty good.
Mm,
I'm
I like
enjoying
it.
I'd say solid A tier.
Yeah.
Enjoy it or don't.
Oh, it's back.
Oh,
Man, he's getting grimy. You get it, guys? Because that's the name of the monster.
Ho ho ho.
He's stuck in the ground. Beef boy!
Big boy?
I like his color timing on it.
Yeah. Oh, here comes the beam. Birdie.
Bird. Oh. He's learning how to fly.
Oh! I like the music. Yes!
Oh my god.
Oh, I like
The
I
art
like
has
that.
nothing on this.
Oh, -1.
Yes!
Yes!
Oh
Oh!
They
Oh, that's a
butchered
good
him.
shot.
They suck
Yes,
inside.
dude. Oh, cut him up. The giant is red. No, that's a Godzilla reference.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh my god.
That was awesome.
He killed him with the
Oh, his
slugger.
eye is so cool.
That, dude, this is sick. He didn't blow up. What?
He's just dead.
That's so rare.
I honestly wonder, it's so rare, I wonder if it's like a plot point.
Yeah,
Like if the
It's
monster's
awesome.
corpse will play a role in like the founding of the attack team.
it might. He just really keeled over there.
I like the music.
Yeah.
So Showa. Yes.
So retro.
He's about to say Ultraman.
No, Omega.
I missed the Godzilla reference.
It was the
around
news
the building.
the news team on the building. They're like, the giant is right in front of us.
Mm.
That's what they say in -1.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
the original too, right?
I think so. That had to be intentional.
Omega.
Super.
It's the opening.
That was tough.
Oh, they're playing the opening at the
Oh.
end.
What?
This is awesome.
They are.
Bugs in the opening. We can see the bugs every time.
No, this is just the credits.
Oh.
But they're playing the opening song over it.
Hey guys.
Oh, hey,
Robo, you
Robo.
missed all of Omega.
You missed the whole thing.
Oh.
You missed the whole thing. Where'd Gutzel's... sorry, not gonna... Omega's biggest fan go? Where's he?
I was actually sitting right next to him.
Oh, really?
He didn't know who you
I could
were.
watch it. Nah, he doesn't. He has short-term memory loss.
Oh, well, holy dude, they just really shoved that booty right in my face. Wow.
That's the way you like it.
Anyway, this is a really good show.
That episode, like, breezed by. Dude.
Yeah.
No, that was legitimately really good. I'm gonna show my dad. this.
Well
Call
done.
me crazy.
I don't know why that. I just really wasn't expecting that's what you were gonna say.
Oh! Oh! Wait, that's sick!
Here
Third
comes
time.
an alien!
Gfest.
Gfest. Yes! Yes! He's so awesome! Look at his big mouth. I love him.
Dude, I loved that. I loved that. I actually legitimately
Yeah.
loved that.
That was
Call me
heat.
crazy, but this,
Heat
in
by
my
flames.
opinion, was better than the first episode of Blazer.
Okay.
Okay, buddy.
I don't think that's a ridiculous. That's not ridiculous. Not ridiculous to say that.
I could see preferring it. That was a solid episode. That was solid.
You know what? I am excited for what comes next.
Honestly,
I was
I'll
very
make it a
impressed
little
with
bit.
that.
It lays a good foundation. And it was fun. It was a good time.
Let's go back to that opening sequence.
The booty shot.
Oh yes.
Okay, so Omega is flying around this planet, destroyed planet,
Hang on.
fighting some boogies. He's slicing him in
No.
half. Did you see that? Wait, I never noticed he actually
Yeah.
did
It's like Great-Keys.
that. Great use genocide.
Can we put Ave Maria over this?
We should. That'd be so funny. Wait, I'll do that in a second after we watch the scene. But I'm just so impressed by how good this sequence looks.
Is this all CGI? Like even Omega? I don't know why I keep wanting to call him.
I don't know, because I know there's a suit of that monster. He's definitely CGI there. I think Omega's
Yeah.
CGI.
But there's some close-up shots where he looks pretty real.
The camera movements are really impressive here.
Yeah.
There's egg sacs. So my theory, well, I kind of forget what happens here. So he destroys the kaiju with
I have a
the
feeling this
beam.
isn't like a planet. It's like a hive.
Yeah. He blows it up with his beam. And he destroys
Dude, it is
the
like
core
Great-Keys.
and blows up the planet. And as he's flying away, something fires a purple beam at him. I don't think that was the... What is that?
Is it not the boob?
I don't know. There's something there. It could be a boog. It could be a big
I think it's the
boog.
big boog. Big boog.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it comes back in episode 5. So... Yeah. And then he flies off. Wait, was that the opening shot? It was. Oh, that was the moon. Maybe that was in our solar system. Alright, let's read the chat. Okay. Okay, Tyler Grimm says, okay, we might have a series that might rival Z. I don't know about rivaling Z, but it's up there for sure. Meditated Film says, okay, Takase cooked. The characters are way better than Ark's characters as of right now. I agree. Already, you know how they're better? They have character.
Yeah.
121 Film says, I'm so hyped for Gfest episode. Me too. It was so Sigma.
121 Film.
Meditative Film says it was genuinely a great episode. 121, I love that whole episode. XQ Paragon. Takase did amazing with this one. Solid A tier. I agree. Solid A tier. Like a 8.5 out of 10, I would say. That's where I'd put it. Maybe a 9. Andy Jedi 1 says, I'm surprised I actually liked this episode. Everyone in the pack loved it. Telegram says, who wants to bet this series could rival Z? Maybe you're on that. I don't think it will rival Z for me. I think that's just kind of impossible for me.
You are wrong. You are wrong.
Why is it for me?
You are wrong.
Okay. But I could see it being at the higher end of new gen for me.
Wow.
Meditative Film says that opening scene got me feeling some kind of way. I agree. Jay Cambrick says, wanted to hop in real quick and say what's up. I watched the episode and it was pretty dope. I agree. It was pretty dope, and welcome to the stream. Godzilla Not says, better than Arc already. Agreed. XQ Paragon says, GPTV, how would you rate this episode out of 10? I just answered that. Nizuki Wilson, good morning, bro. It's good to see you again. Well, it's good to see you again as well. Godzilla Not says, who wants to see Gumzilla again? Abranca, welcome. Definitely enjoyed the episode. Zapio says, amazing episode, so peak. Tyler Grimm says, maybe I am. Yeah, I mean, if you think it's gonna rival Z for you, more power to you. Honestly, having an Ultraman show be good, I mean, that's all we could ask for. That's all we want, you know? Like, if we're happy, if we're satisfied by what they're giving us, then life is good. What can I say? Atebs or Zaperio says, I was speechless. Toby. But I was surprised Omega would end the kaiju like that and no explosion for the first time in Reiwa Ultraman history. Is it the first time? I mean, I was definitely shocked. Like, it's definitely rare that the kaiju would not blow up, and I think that's awesome. It's really unique. Tyler Grimm says, Z is still my favorite next to Orb and Jeed. Yeah. So what Omega has to beat for me, this is my ranking. I would say Z, 10 out of 10, on top. Perfection. Oh, Luby, come! Thank you for becoming a member! Yay!
Hey guys.
Hi, Robo. Luby Gub just became a member of my channel. Isn't that awesome?
Oh my god.
Thank you. Oh, he's using the emojis. I love those emojis. Anyway, Z, 10 out of 10, perfect. Then, Orb is next, like a 9 out of 10, let's say. Then Blazar, 8.5 out of 10. Then Jeed, 8 out of 10. So I would say Omega. Omega's got to get in there. I think it will end up on that list, either above or below Jeed is my prediction for me. Lubigub says, loved this episode, can't wait for more. Same. Honestly, this show, I don't know why I'm not skipping the ads. Actually, I'm gonna go back to the fight, the transformation. This whole thing, it's just like, this is the follow-up to Blazar we needed. This is it. Just forget Arc exists, bro. This is it. Also, it's neat that his rise is a 2. He pushes forward twice instead of the usual 3 times. It's unique. I love him, man. I'm so glad I bought his figure arts. Tyler Grimm says, I would become a member, but I don't have the money. Well, I appreciate that if you did have the money that you would become a member. Zapio says, I need that newt in my life. Oh, baby. Yeah, what I need in my life is a figure of Grime here. Is it Grime? Grime? I don't... Wait, he says it in the episode. I don't care to check. Can someone check the English dub to see how it's pronounced? The monster's name? XQ Paragon's... Squeeze me. XQ Paragon says, how is Takase creating a better show? Okay. I'm just gonna sit here and burp all night, I guess. XQ Paragon says, how is Takase creating a better show than Sujimoto? I don't know. This is what I would have expected Sujimoto to make. This is, it doesn't make sense. It's so weird. And I'm so proud of Takase that he actually did a good job for once. Bronx says, are we getting a crossover episode with Arc later? I have no idea. We don't know. My theory is that Z is going to show up because Barossa is slated to appear. So Zapio says the rise is literally Max's. I guess Omega is a lot like Max in a way. Now that you mention it. That's cool. I like that. XQ Paragon says the English dub isn't out. Are you sure? XQ Paragon says, no, you don't say that. Meditated Film says Grime roars like an eagle. It's so funny. I do like his roar. The sound design in this show is good. Let's see. It's Gramey. Gramey? Gramey. Grame. Okay. It's an interesting pronunciation. Tyler Grimm says, I almost called you the name of the monster. I'm not gonna lie. He says, Arc will become non-canon. Write it down, sign it. Godzilla says, Take Peak for the Take Piggies. Which reminds me, I should end the poll. 38 votes for Are We Excited? I think most people were excited. Now let's have a poll. Was it good? Let's... Alright, add option. 10 out of 10. 8 to 9 out of 10. 6 to 7 out of 10. Or lower out of 10. Alright, let's see. Let's get some actual ratings here. Oh wait, I looked away for the kill. I kind of want to see that again. Your ad here. Where does it even say that? And dude, okay, literally the other day I was like, I miss when we would just get they've been focusing so much on like crazy ways of killing monsters that they haven't really focused on cool kill shots as much anymore. And that gives us to a that gives us it right there. And he uses the slugger to slice the monster without him blowing up. That's just so cool. This is the follow-up to Blazar. This is it. This is the follow-up to Blazar. Godzilla says, Takase, please don't fumble. Meditative Film says, I hope we don't see Arc, and I hope we either see Z or Zero. I agree. I wouldn't mind seeing Arc. I wouldn't mind it. Cause Arc, he's at least a decent Ultraman. Like I do enjoy him as an Ultraman. It's just because he's got a lot of, he uses, I love the imagination with his abilities. I like that. But Bronco says, looking forward to seeing Z again if it happens. Dude, if Z were to come back, if Z were to appear again, it would feel like coming home after being away for a long time and like getting a nice big warm hug from your mom. That's what it would feel like. It would feel so warm and beautiful. Meditative Film says, I'm tickling my piggies to this one. He says, for me, it's a solid 8 out of 10 episode. Yeah, I think 8.5 is where I'm going to stick it right now. Solid A tier. Solid A tier. 15 votes. Everyone's putting somewhere between 8 and 10. I agree. At GPTV, it's pronounced G-R-A high note M. Okay, so Grime! Meditative Film says Arc? What's that? I don't know. I guess it's a show I gotta review in 6 days. Yeah. How about that? Everyone stay tuned to my Ultraman Arc review dropping in 6 days. If you guys made Ultraman Arc armor, it will be in the video. So, if you guys want to make more, feel free. I'll put them all in the video. They will, no matter what. Unless it's inappropriate. Godzilla Not says no beam finishers real. Yeah, it's crazy. Tyler says, let's hope Z will make an appearance in episode 7, 8, and maybe 19 like Trigger did in Decker. Yeah. I would love him sticking around. I really would. XQ Paragon says, I seriously can't wait for a Chino's episodes. I agree. Genuinely agree. I'm excited. I think he's one of the best Ultraman directors. And, you know, I just made the director's video talking about him and his history and like, oh, he's never coming back. And instantly he comes back. I think that's so cool. Bronca said, let's not forget our boy Belly Rock. Oh, don't even get me started. I like the whole Ultraman Z is left on the franchise with like the introduction of Belly Rock and having Juggler as the captain in Z. Those two things made Z just stand out so much that every show after not having anything like that, it feels like there's a massive hole just missing in every show. Luis says mustard. Let's see. Yangari 1999 is a masterpiece. Says the CG was pretty good. Well, I don't think you have too many CGI standards. If you think Younger in 1999 is a masterpiece, so. But I agree, the CGI was pretty good. Zapio says, time to make another Ultraman Omega SDK. Godzilla Non says, how crazy can I get with the arc armor before it can't go in? Just don't show anything like gross or like inappropriate in there. Okay. Would you show your mom the arc armor you made? That's what I would say. Also, if anyone wants to make another like actual serious, like cool or good Ultraman arc armor, that would be appreciated. Because I know I said it didn't have to be serious and everyone did make joke ones for the most part. Meditative Films, I think you drew yours, if I remember right. And I really like that one. The only reason I ask specifically now is because I want to have a there's a moment in the episode or in the review where I talk about, imagine if he had these 5 armors in the show, and I was going to show the armors you guys made, and I can only show like 2 or 3 of them out of 5. Yeah, so Abranca, what's this about arc armor? I'll explain. So in my Ultraman arc review, I'm gonna have a segment where I asked you guys to make armor for Ultraman Arc. Like if you were to make armor for Ultraman Arc, like unleash your imagination, what armor would you give him? And the point was basically to prove how lazy the actual armor was in the show. Like a sun and moon armor, that's really boring. let's come up with cool ideas. Like in my, let me show you guys what I made, because it doesn't, just to give you like inspiration, whatever. So this is what, these are the armors that I made for Ultraman Arc. You can see right here, we've got a deep sea armor and a time armor. So these are things you could just like throw together, you know. It doesn't need to be anything too crazy. So if you want to make one of Bronca, just get it to me by tomorrow morning and I'll stick it in the video. Alright, back to what everyone was saying. Zapio says, about to burn 2 hours of my precious time. Well, hey, it's worth it. RBG says, Max is what I want to come back. Max would be sick. Meditative Films, imagine Juggler appears. Dude! I would do anything to see him back. I miss him so much. Kind of sad Yuasa Nakitake didn't return, says XQ Paragon. It is a little disappointing. But yeah. I think we've got a pretty solid director lineup anyway. So, it's disappointing, but I don't think we're really going to miss him too much. Yeah, Taguchi's returning, so they like filled in Taguchi's place last time, I wonder. Andy Jedi 1 says, my rank of this episode is a 9 out of 10. What an awesome episode. I'm looking forward to the next episode also. I'm not going to Gfest this year, but I will go next year. Well, unfortunate that you can't go this year. Sorry to hear that, but next year I hope you have a good time. And yes, okay, so I should remind everyone again, I will not be able to stream the next episode because I'm going to be at Gfest. I will record it. That might be my first members-only video, so if you guys want to give me money to watch that, we'll see. I don't even know if I can record it. You'll definitely see footage of it in my vlog, so... and then after that, I'll be back to do episode 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and probably 8. And that might be it. Until the fall. Okay, and really cool thing, I'm going to be able to meet Omega himself at Gfest. He's going to be there, so that'll be really cool. I want to meet him now because he's awesome! Meditative Film says, literally everything about Z is peak, but I just think Orb is a little bit peaker. Completely fair. Completely fair. I can totally understand that. Tyler says, I made my own Ultraman, but I've made it into a Dragon Ball Z, and I'm wondering, does anybody like that? What do you mean by that? Can you elaborate on that a little more? Like, you made it into Dragon Ball Z? Meditative Film said, I did draw mine. Okay, yeah, I thought so. That's awesome. You're the only one who did that. Hand drew it. And I really appreciate that. Godzilla Nod says, I'll make one series cool one and a joke one right now. Sounds great. I look forward to seeing him. Where was I notified? Okay. Oh. Let's see. Yangiri 1999 is a masterpiece. Yeah. Because I'm reading your name, you can now quote me on that. He says, really hoping that this series will only have Omega in it. While Z is cool, I think having returning Ultras appear in newer shows takes away some of their spotlight. I agree. You know, if Z were to show up, I would appreciate it just being one episode, maybe. Or maybe stick him in the movie or something. It's getting lonely these days. Especially, I think stealing the spotlight especially happened in the Arc Blazer crossover, and it was like Blazer stole the spotlight, but it didn't really feel like Blazar. It felt like someone wearing like a crappy rubber mask of Blazar, and we're told that it's Blazar. It just didn't feel right. But if he were to show up, I'd want it to like... Here's how you do it. If you bring another Ultraman in, have it enhance the story of the current Ultraman in a way that does not take away the spotlight. Because you're right. Like, that does happen. Like you said, I remember how little identity X had with all the returning characters. Like, yeah, I get that. Like, I totally understand that. And I do like when shows have their own identity. It's just like, if there's one episode with a returning character, I say that's welcome. Just like, do it in a way that enhances the story instead of taking away. Surya Varma says, I was late, I need to watch it. Interesting armors, I appreciate that. Bronca, alright, I'll be off to get to work on it now. Sick. I look forward to seeing yours because you're a good artist. Meditative Film said, dude, Juggler is my favorite Ultraman alien ever, ever, ever. I would say, so, he's my favorite character, like character-wise, that is not an Ultraman. In Ultraman. My favorite alien is Baltan. But Juggler is my favorite character that is not an Ultraman, if that makes sense. Sir Varma says, Gfest, I will be there? You're gonna be there? Oh boy. Meditative Film says, all my kings are gonna be directing the show. I'm so hyped. Oh yeah. Taguchi Achino. Even Sugimoto still has a place in my heart after Arc. Koshi. Koshi's the big up-and-comer, dude. He's the big up-and-comer. Andy Jedi 1 says, the Godzilla reference is so cool. If you mean the people in the building, which I think it could be a Godzilla reference. I loved that. XQ Paragon said, I just realized that... How do you say his name? Kosei? Koisi? Kosei? Kosei. I'm going to call him Kosei's phone. Ringtone earlier in the episode was literally a rendition of Bright Eyes. Oh, that's cool. I like when they do stuff like that. Taylor says, what I mean by that, I mean I made the fights similar to Dragon Ball Z fights and like the Gingaverse Dark Gluteal fight, which was great. So you made like a fan project? Is it on your channel? I might check that out later. Meditative Film says, I also love Omega's soundtrack right now based off what we heard. Yes, I agree. I was a little iffy on the transformation jingle. I still don't love it. But everything else that we've heard so far sounds really good. Really fits the vibe. SQ Baragon says, this is kind of a random hope, but I hope we see some sort of airport set in Omega. Yeah, I just hope we see a lot of unique sets in general. And I think we will. So far, I think every episode takes place in its own unique location. Do you say your name is Abby or Abe? Or even different, Chang? I hate mispronouncing names. I always feel bad, but just let me know. Anyway, they say, just finished watching this episode. Not gonna lie, I was not expecting to be interested. Didn't really watch Blazer and Arc, and it doesn't hit like Z. But what did you think of the episode overall? And Zapio says, GBTV, Takase stated the CG part took 5 months to make and 5 more to prepare it. That makes sense. We're probably not going to see anything like that again. That probably took a long time to render. And it's impressive. The hard work paid off for sure. Yongari says, a good way to do the multiple ultras in a show would be something along the lines of the future Decker from Decker. Hopefully in a better way than what Decker did with that idea. I agree. Yeah. Meditative Film says, is Koshi the guy who directed the King of Mons episode in Arc? No. He is the guy who did the Kenagon one, but he's done a lot of really good stuff. He did the 2 Zangil episodes in Arc. He did the Garamon episode of Blazar, as well as the Fridrin Armor debut. He did... What else did he do? I don't know if he did anything in Decker. He did stuff in Trigger. In Z, he did the Ouroboros episode and the second Boros episode. So he's good. He's a good director. The Bamster says, I want big Vugsec toy. Yeah, I hope they make one. I hope they make an advance of it. Tyler says, I don't have it on my channel yet, but my version of Spider-Man comes out next weekend. Alright. I'll check it out. Or I'll try to remember to, at least. Meditative Film says, pretty off topic, but I saw Pillow Master stop motion earlier, and it's one of the coolest things I've seen on this platform. LOL. Laugh out loud. Lots of love. He did amazing. You know, he was showing that to me the other day, and I was really impressed. You know, he showed me the Mechagodzilla defeat, where he just throws him on the ground. I'm like, you need to do a little more. And then later he shows me Godzilla throwing him, and I was, my jaw was on the floor. I was like, that was crazy. But no, yeah, Pillow. Everyone go check out Pillow Masters Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla stop motion. Pillow, good friend of mine. He makes amazing stuff, and I think you guys should all support him. Spirit says also he storyboarded that part himself. So Takase storyboarded that intro. That's impressive. He must really be passionate about Omega compared to other stuff then. Spirit says Omega didn't destroy Grime, he straight up killed him Redman style. There's a big Vugsec toy, but it's premium Bandai. Wait, there is? Did that just get revealed? There's something? Wait, what are you talking about? You saw it on Twitter. Can you send it to me on Discord? That's cool. It's like Gigantozeton. Let's just say you might see Gigantozeton on my channel very soon. My Ultraman is called Tyra, if you're curious. Interesting. Meditative Film says, P-Bandai kind of stinky, but I will buy 1965 Godzilla. Yeah. I'll probably buy the 65 in Jiris. I didn't want to buy Jiris, but... Young Gary says, I'd love it if the show would elaborate on what led Omega to be in that opening fight and not just brush all the context for the start of the show under the rug, like with Blazar. I would say... Yeah, they'll definitely explain this. They'll definitely explain what this is about. My theory right now is that Omega, like, failed to defend the planet, and he's off getting revenge on these bugs. Oh, the Movie Monster Series X, why would they make that figure Bandai Premium, dude? Here, let me put it on the stream. Look at this. Why would they make this Bandai Premium? That's frustrating. I'm not going to buy it. I'm just not going to buy it at that point. Anyway, my theory for Omega is that, yeah, he failed to defend the planet, or he's just like a failed hero who, like, was getting revenge on the bugs, and he ends up on Earth and he gets a chance to redeem himself by saving Earth. That's my theory. Meditative Film says, really interested to see what the purple laser was. I think it was this bug. I think it was this bug. This... Here, wait. This bug. This bug. I think it was this thing. I think it's still alive and it's going to come back. It's my theory. Yeah. Young Gary says, couldn't bother to give it some purple coloring, typical Bandai. Well, it's premium Bandai, too. I think there probably is... I think this thing probably is fully painted. You just can't really tell in the image. It does look like a good figure, to be fair to them. I just hate that it's Bandai Premium. Why do that? It's so frustrating. Tyler says, I think Z and Omega might be the same race. Maybe. You know, if they were to do something like that, I bet Z would be like half Omega's race and half like a Blue Ultra's race. Godzilla Not says P Bandai is guaranteed $70. Yeah. Young Gary says couldn't bother. Oh wait, I already read that. Godzilla Not says Bandai has been releasing a lot of things through P Bandai recently. It's really annoying. I agree. And the Bemster says I have no interest in Omega. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but I have plenty of interest. Let me check my votes here. We got 41 votes. Was it good? 54% of people say 10 out of 10. 44% of people say it was an 8 to 9 out of 10. And 2% of people say it was a 5 out of 10 or lower. Younger says Bandai charges like Gfest dealers. Yeah. What's up with that? What happened back in the glory days where I could get my toys for cheap? They're learning. They're learning they could take the money out from under us. You know what, guys? Stop giving your money to Bandai, evil Bandai, and give your money to me. Taka Glaze Hour. XQ Paragon says, seems like Omega is going to be a great send-off for New Gen if it is the last New Gen. Honestly, I'm not even convinced it's going to be the last New Gen. I think it's going to be a similar case to Z, where his name meaning last is just like, just kind of means that. Or it's like an in-universe thing instead of like a thing to us. Let's see here. 99 cents a month. Can't go wrong with that. Meditative films. Yeah, okay. I didn't realize you asked. Yeah, there's a $1 a month option and there's a $5 a month option. $1 a month gets you most of my perks, including like stream chat emojis. Like these. And there's other stuff like members only. There's members only content. And then videos, members only videos is under the $5 tier, which I will be making soon, so I'll make it worth it. I will make it worth your while. I'm not going to ask you guys to give me money without giving you like a good reason. I genuinely like kind of hate asking for money, but going to college and all that, I'm just barely getting a summer. I'm just barely getting the chance to get a summer job here, because I got an interview tomorrow. They called me back over a month after I applied. But yeah, anyway, it's enough about money. Money, money, money. You know what? Tyler says, you know what? I think you might like my Spider-Man series. I think I did an okay job, but I want the criticism, know what I could do better with than what I got. Alright, I'll try to remember to check it out. Bemstar says, arc review when? Around this month, right? Yeah. The 10th here. The morning of July 10th. I can confirm that is when it will release. Zapio says, watch the Vogue 6 getting the Uze treatment. I doubt they will, because we saw a picture of the suit in a forest, so. Meditative Film says, 50% of the criticisms I have toward this episode right now are just my opinion. Yeah, like, this episode doesn't apply to everybody. You know, or appeal. You know, not everything. Ultraman is so vast, it doesn't always have to appeal to you. You know, and that's okay. That's the beauty of it. Sometimes it just sucks. Zapio says, "Best of luck, PPTV." Thank you. Yeah, I'm a little I'm pretty nervous about the interview. Young Gary said, "I love it if Super makes the streaming services available outside of Japan." I agree. Ultraman Connection should be our connection to that. Although at Gfest they're gonna have some sort of big Ultraman Connection announcement, so maybe it'll be something like that. I'm excited for I'm hoping at Gfest, Subaraya's presence. I hope they have a pop-up store, because I want to buy a figure of Grimy. Meditative Film says, halfway through my Ultraman Ace vs. Satan Beetle project. I haven't made a big project in like a year, so I'll try my best to finish it and get it out. Hey, I'm looking forward to it. If you need inspiration, just look at Pillow's video. Alright. Zapio says, will you stream Newt episode? I will not. I will be at Gfest. But I'll try to record it, and you'll see clips of my reaction in my vlog. So, Young Gary says, their presence last year was really bad. They had a small booth where you get a free poster if you pre-ordered the card game. Oh, Ultraman Connection? Yeah, really bad last year, but this year, oh baby, they're bringing the goods. We're getting the Ultra Hero premiere. Also, I think I want to show you guys this, because I spent my day doing it. I made GPTV shirts, and you know, that's screen printing them. So I took a screen with the GPTV logo in it, and I printed it onto a shirts with paint. It's not very easy, but it's like high risk, high reward kind of situation. Because if you ruin a shirt, you ruin a shirt, you know. But I figured out the system, and it came out great. You know, I'm sure you've seen, if you watch my collection video and stuff, you could see the GPTV shirt. Oh boy, you can see him here. This image is massive. But I spent my day doing this. And I'm pretty proud of these. I think they're very cool. You can see the faded logo there. Now I do have extras of these, and maybe on the advanced tier, if you subscribe. One day I want to make more, like a better design and all that. So maybe that'll be on the advanced tier someday. Let me shoot. Wait. Let me show you this one. Up close picture of the. Oh, look at the color fade on that. It came out so good. So I just have to show this off because it's a lot of work making those. Anyway, yes, and I'll have those at Gfest. Or, well, I won't be like giving them out or anything. I have friends specifically asked for them, and I'm giving them to them. Now I do have the extras just in case I want to do anything with memberships. But yeah. Okay. No. Zapio says, I would love it if Supra branched out to Portugal, since Portugal and Japan have a friendship of over 420 years. Pillow. Yeah, that'd be cool. They gotta go global. They gotta go global. Meditative Film says, DBTV, sell your collection as merch, please. Gumzilla, welcome. I might have already said that. I don't remember. I'm not gonna lie. So just watching. Wow, where was this Takase? I agree. Where has this quality been? I think he's locked in. I think he's finally passionate about a show in a good way. And, yeah. I'm proud of him. Still disappointed he can't do this all the time, but I'm still proud of him. Yeah, Gumzilla liked it. Also, sorry if you could hear the fireworks. You know, it's independent. For those who are not American, it's Independence Day here. So everyone's celebrating. As Americans do, we celebrate by blowing things up. Yeah, you can hear that. It's like my neighbor. I wonder if you could see him from here. I might go out there and watch the fireworks. Youngiri says, Subaru has been taking the right steps going global the past 5 years. Still a ways to go, but the progress is great to see. Well, they in 2020 and 2021, they were like going at it. They were like on the train to going real global. Ultraman Connection was doing great. And then in 2022, they've kind of just stopped. In Blazar, they did the English dub, which was good, but that was it. And then, in 2022, don't even get me started with what they did with Destin Crossroad. That was so absurd. Not making it available for, like, the first 5 episodes and then dropping it all at once. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. And not to mention, they stopped giving us the Ultraman movies on Connection, too. That makes me mad. And, yeah, all they did in the past 2 years, really, was the dubs. They created that English channel. They could be doing a lot more. But I think this going to Gfest, that's a good step. That's legitimately a good step. Tyler says, fun fact, GBDB, I've been subscribed to you since 2017. Wow. So you're an OG. You've been subscribed. That was the 2nd year I've had the channel. I created it in 2016. So you could have been subscribed to me within the 1st year. That is an OG of OGs, guys. That's sick. You know, the fact you've stuck around all these years, that's really cool. SQ Paragon says, rewatching this for a 3rd time, are we sure Takase directed this? Yeah, every time he directs a good episode, I feel that same way. And Tokumania, yeah, I know, you're very passionate about the poor job they're doing at going global. Young Gary says, they should have removed movies on Ultraman Connection now. Yeah. It's so dumb. I don't get what they're doing. These fireworks are getting crazy. Meditative Film says, my first PPTV video was the Gfest Hall reaction video. Dang. You know, that's quite the first video. That's quite the first impression of me. You said, which was actually the year I went to Gfest. Okay. 2022. You gotta go back, man. You gotta go back. But yeah, no, that's a crazy first video. You know, I was really disappointed with the performance of that video. I'm like, no one's gonna watch this. No one is watching it. But that's how you found me. So that's actually cool. Yeah, in Gumzilla, they removed all of Blazar, both sub and dub, off YouTube. That is ridiculous. What are they thinking? Blazar was getting them so much traction in America. 8 million views. Almost 9 million on Blazar Episode 1 on their YouTube upload. Insane. And they take it down. What are you doing? XQ Paragon, despite some of issues, Super is still miles above Toei and Toho in terms of global expansion. Toho's not doing bad, though. Toho's not doing great. You're right. You know, I guess that's kind of fair. -1 just so happened to become very popular in the US. Although, no, I'd say Toho's doing a little better. Maybe. XQ Paragon says, Gumzilla, that was because of the Mill Creek Blu-ray, but they didn't do that with the other new gen. Got the Blu-ray for some reason. Yeah, I like, we know the reason they did it, but it is so stupid. Tyler says the guy who plays Ichigo in Bleach plays Blazer's host in the English dub. That's interesting. I have not seen Bleach. I have a friend who's watching it. He actually convinced me to watch Attack on Titan. So I'm 15 episodes into Attack on Titan. If any of you care, I doubt it. But Tokimani says, talking to Tyler, doing great. I've slowed down uploads on my channel because I kind of moved away from Toku, but I'm still quite active in my Discord. Feel free to join. Yes. Join Tokumania's Discord. I spent many nights staying up late talking to her about Trigger. I still remember that. Every Trigger episode, I'd stay up so late at night that I'd be like dead at school the next day, just dissecting the Trigger episodes. Younger says, Toa only globalizes when they realize they've stumbled into larger success. It never feels terribly well planned out. I agree. And Arc definitely did really poor in America, I would say. Arc, I think, has gotten a very poor American reception. And I think a lot of that, and they were clearly trying to launch something with that. But clearly the issue is that Arc just didn't really appeal to American audiences very well. UP alone, us Americans, we don't like our little squeaky... Like, maybe it appeals to Japanese, young Japanese audiences more than me, you know? But if I'm the one you're trying to market stuff to now, Omega's definitely doing better with that. Tokimini says, GPTV and I stay up very late at night. Taylor says, no. Sadly, on my Discord side, I've been locked out. No, that's unfortunate. I would have told you to join mine, too. By the way, if anyone watching is not in my Discord server, feel free to join. I'm active in there. Share my opinions on there. Updates. Meditated Films. Arc had probably the biggest potential out of any New Gen Ultraman show. Yeah. the potential was insane! And I'm going to get into that in my review. Oh boy, am I going to get into that. With the Arc armors alone. Just seriously, like, I'm going to say this in my review, so this is a sneak preview of what I'm going to say. But just imagine how cool it would have been if, let's say, Arc got 5 armors throughout the show, and they were all just, like, random. Like, let's say there was not even a most powerful one. Like, he would just have these random abilities, really imaginative, and he was constantly using those, like, crazy imagination abilities and defeats with them. That would have been so cool. And I don't care. They're like, okay, we want to have all these new monsters, so we won't make new Arc suits. I don't care. I would have taken 4 or 5 Ultraman Arc forms over some of the lame monsters if it meant they actually locked in and developed those new monsters better, like the Deem and Helnarak. Arc had so much potential, as actually said. Like, get rid of the Homger or whatever that tiger thing was. It's a fine monster, but we didn't need that. Get rid of the rat. You know, we didn't need some of these things. If you would put that effort right there, get rid of those 2 monsters, then you have the 3 Ultraman Arc forms, and then combine that into 5 beautiful new ones. Could have been so cool. Could have been awesome. And actually develop the Onyx and obviously the Blazer crossover and the build up to the finale better. Could have been like a 9 or 10 out of 10 show. Like, develop the characters and stuff. Like, Shu that's really a neat, like, character dynamic. Have more stuff with... okay, I'm getting into my review. I'm gonna stop. I don't want to spoil my review. Yeah. Gumzilla said, Blazer appealed to me more since it was a more mature show. I agree. I just love militaristic, like, Ultraman stuff and Kaiju media in general. Blazer just full on really appealed to me in many ways. Younger says, I didn't even finish Arc. The story didn't captivate me. And UP. Yeah. I don't blame you. Yeah, I would say don't. I cannot recommend that you finish Arc. If anything, I would say just watch the final fight if you like watching cool fights. Because the final fight is cool. But, like, you don't have to watch the episode around it. You don't. I showed my... I always show my dad, like, Ultraman shows when I like them. I did not show him any of Arc. Well, that's a lie. I showed him episode 1 of Arc. I showed him the King of Mon's fight. And I showed him the final fight in the final episode. That's it. You know. And I'd say that's basically all it's worth watching, except the few S tier, A tier episodes. Gumzilla says, even imagination has limits when it comes to budgets. Well, the point of using imagination is to use it to get around the budgets, which Omega did. His armors are attachments to his actual suit so he can have more monsters in the show. That's so smart. That's what Arc should have done. I'm shocked Arc didn't do that. Meditative films. I liked Leodon, The Deem, and Helnerak. Yeah, the Kaiju... Actually, Leodon was one of the better Kaiju in the show. Yeah, I actually kind of liked him a lot. His episode was pretty solid. Gumzilla said, the characters in Arc are just wet blankets. That's all I'll say, yeah. Nothing about them. I looked back in my stream for Arc Episode 1 today, and I remember I saw the Rin, and I was like, man... I was joking because she's pretty. I was like, wow, I really like this character. I can't wait to see how she develops. And I said that jokingly, but that doesn't even happen. It doesn't even happen. Like, the joke works in two ways now. It's so funny. Tokamania says, I still hold that good media shouldn't rely on budget. Indie games are proof of that. True. And, like... Pillowmaster's stop motion. I'm bringing him up again. Holy Glaze, I know. But go check it out if you haven't. Just look at it. You could see the edges of his sets. You can see stickers on like equipment he used. Not everything is perfectly tracked. But you watch it and you are so captivated by the amazing stop motion, the way he follows action and directing. It's just shot so beautifully. The way he gets those figures to move, it's incomprehensible. I'm losing my voice. The animation of the beams, it's so well done. Clearly done on so little budget. And it's better, and like Meditative Film said, it's one of the best things on the platform, honestly. I don't know if I would go as far as say that, as much as I love Pillow. But it's proof, low budget, it's the power of the brain that matters. Gumzilla says, I'm really hoping to personally thank Taguchi for making Blazer at Gfest. It especially helped me get through my UK semester at college. Yeah, I get it. You know, the United Kingdom, I couldn't imagine being forced to live there. America! Cue fireworks! It's just constant fireworks. But yeah, no. Just remember, he doesn't understand a lot of English, so try to be very... Don't yap, I guess, would be my advice there. Just be like, thank you for making Blazer. I remember there was a point we were all sitting down, my group of friends and I. He was walking by with... Taguchi was walking by, I think, with some of his buddies. And we were all just... We were waving and yelling at him, we love Blazer! We love Blazer! You can see the moment in my vlog. I muted it. And he waves at us. It's funny. Meditative Films says, I actually liked episode 2 in its fight. Yeah, episode 2 was one of the better episodes of Arc, actually. XQ Paragon says, I really need the Trigaran armor in action now. Yeah, that awesome design. Love the design of the Trigaran armor. Aquil says, this pilot episode is a 10 out of 10. Awesome. I love to hear all this love. You know, this feels a lot better than with Arc. Meditative Film says, the characters were there just to move the plot forward. That's all I got from them. Yeah, there wasn't even a plot to move forward. Ridiculous. Young Gary says, unrelated, but have you seen Akio Jisoji's non-Ultra films or his other Toku work like Megalopolis? No. I actually have not seen his other... I haven't seen his non-Ultra stuff. I'm not the biggest Jisoji fan. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the biggest. He does have some amazing episodes, I won't lie, but he's also made some stuff I just don't like. But I would check them out. Actually, Paragon's talking to Gumzilla. He says Omega's 3 main casts already seem like a major step up from Arc's main cast. I agree with that for sure. Instantly better. Younger says, the films I've made on really low budgets actually improved my creativity as a filmmaker. Yes. See, that is the thing. So many people, and so much is like, I'll say this. On TikTok, I see these people post, like, here's my photography. And they're very simple pictures, but they're clearly used with a really good camera. So the pictures look amazing because they're so high quality. And everyone's in the comments praising the artist. And I'm like, okay, sure, yes, these photos are good. But they're only good because they're high quality. If someone looked at the same thing with the same amount of skill, took the same picture with their phone, it would be much less quality and it just wouldn't be a good picture because of that. The key to a good photographer, a good artist in general, is someone who can do their skill and be creative with anything. Give me any camera and I'll make an awesome movie with it. Like, that's my point. Like, that's what it comes down to. And like you said, low budgets improve creativity. Yes, they do. Using crappy stuff and still making good things, that is the key. That is the key to it all. Gumzilla says, I love the UK. It was just workload. Traveling was amazing. Talk to Evan O'Rourke about that. Godzilla Not says, Blazar, please come back. He is so cool, dude. Rewatching the Ark episodes and seeing Blaze, the moment Blazar just shows up, I was just like, I had a big fat smile on my face. He's just so cool. Blazar is awesome. Even if the episode sucked, even if the fight was kind of mid, Blazar, no matter where you stick him, he's gonna be cool. Taj says, here's a good question. Why is Trigger bad? I mean, it has a good story going for it, plus Trigger did get with Chimera in the middle of Decker. Check out my review. Watch my Trigger review. It's 40 minutes, and I'm not going on a 40-minute rant right now. Plus, I still think that video holds up. Gumzilla says, look at -1 for budget, less than 50 million, it won Best Visual Effects at the Oscars. Yes, because it's because they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. Yamazaki being there and even making some of the shots himself. That is truly, like, beautiful. That is genuinely amazing. And as an aspiring director, that is what I want to do someday. Like, I might not be, I don't know how to use Blender. I don't know. I wouldn't be making the visuals, but I will always be there. I am such a, like, backseat driver on anything. Like, I will be there, you know? And, you know, so many times where I ask someone to help me film something, and at a certain point I just take the camera and I'm like, I'll do it myself, you know. Mainly because I have no patience and I'm a jerk, but, you know, that's fine. HQ Paragon says, I really hope that I can Wait, I don't really know what you're saying here. I really hope that I can high enough in the film industry in Malaysia so I can create my own Toku-inspired series here and hopefully collaborate with Subaraya. Honestly, you just start now. Start now. That would be my advice. Right now, I could drop everything and make a movie right now. I could. And I could see success. Obviously still go through schooling for it, I think. People who advise you not to do that are people who don't have big dreams in the film industry to begin with. But if you have a big dream, do everything you could do to make it happen and start now. Gumzilla says, meanwhile, our Hollywood movies are over 200 million. Yeah. It's just like, they're like, okay, you need probably about this much money for a movie. Let's dump it all on you and push it through this, like, system where it's, like, all automated, essentially, and the artists only have so much creative input, and the studios have a lot of input, and it's just kind of a mess. And, yeah, it's... If studios cared more about the actual directors and artists involved instead of the paycheck, then the film industry would be better off. That's ultimately really what the problem is with it. Like, if they allowed the -1 treatment to happen or encouraged that to happen, movies would just be better. Because I feel like that's what used to happen, and it just became so automated with big studios like, you know, Disney and all that. And it's just, I think it's something that needs to be fought against with every ounce of energy in the industry. Meditative Film says, the thing is, with filmmaking, you could have the bare minimum to make something amazing. Work with what you have, yes. Work with what you have. For years, and I still use it. This is the camera I would use. This is when I'm going to take the Gfest to vlog everything. It's not a great camera. It's fine. It gets the job done. But, like, getting this camera, which is still like a mid-range camera, essentially, at best, was a game changer. You know? And it's like someone who starts off with something like this and pushes it to its absolute limit, and then gets to something like this and pushes it to absolute limit. Then, when they're handed a true cinema camera, oh, watch out. Oh, watch out. You know? Oh, David's back. Hello, David the Tokoist. Oh, no. Oh, Meditative Films. Took the words right out of my mouth. Young Gary says, it's not like the ARC team were clueless, but it felt like we're just going through the motions with ARC. Yeah. There's even a moment in the show where they admit that Skip is a boring job. Why are we following a boring job for a show when the GDF exists? Blazar is as if it's like if we had a show that was inside the GDF and they're like, what? How can we make this worse? Tyler said, wait, hold on, you're class of 25, right? I'm class of 22. Yeah. I graduated this year. Going to college end of this year. I'll graduate from college in 29. SQ Baragon says, 80% of Hollywood budget goes to the actors anyways. That is true. That is true. Tyler says, I'd love to help you out in movie projects. GBTV, we could maybe be a powerhouse of ideas. Well, I don't know where we would talk if you don't have Discord, because that's mainly what I use to communicate with people. You know, in this world. Younger says, I honestly wish I began filmmaking earlier. It's such a grind, but worth it when you have a finished film or short you're proud of. Truly no better feeling. Keep going. HQ Paragon, yes. Filmmaking, it's like, you know, I've been doing it since I was, like, first could understand what a camera was. And it's become part of my blood, and it's just, my brain is oriented around. It's as if my eyes are the camera, you know, and I think about that. But if you didn't have that start, if you weren't privileged enough, I don't know about privilege, but if you weren't lucky enough, let's put it that way, lucky enough to have that start, you know, it is a little harder, I imagine, to get into it. But like, if you can get to a point, I'm not speaking like this as if I'm like a master and knows what I'm doing at all times. I mean it more as like, just honestly, that is just how my brain works. You could think I'm a bad filmmaker, but like, it really is worth it. Like, just if you are passionate about it, just keep pushing for it. Like, if you need something to grab onto it. Let's look at the chat. We got Hyde. Yeah, episode's over. But, you know, when the stream ends, you can go back and watch it. Goji Guy, what's up? Was it good? Yes, actually. It was a good episode. It was good. Better than Ultraman Arc. it was good. It was unique. It felt more like it feels very classic Ultraman, like something you would see in the early 2000s, and that's good because if Ultra fans love anything, it's their early 2000s shows. Also, I'm pretty sure there was a -1 reference in the episode. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, let me go back, read some chats. Younger says, I filmed all my high school stuff with a crappy old Lumix, and it taught me so much. Yeah, I mean, using crappy stuff really does. It's so cool. Tokimania says, I really hope -1 started to push for films focusing on passion and creativity instead of money, money, money. I think -1 is clearly like having a massive impact on the film industry just in general. It's already inspired at least 2 films, big ones, Superman being one of them, which is really cool. Gumzilla says, don't forget, in the Blazer universe, the Skip crew were actually medics. Why not have Skip be a medic team instead? Yeah, exactly. Why introduce a better version of this show we got in the show? Tokimania says, as I always say, it's not about the tool, it's about how you use it. Exactly. Tyler says, I got Facebook and Messenger, that's all I got right now. Till my team helps me unlock my Discord. Well, why don't you let me know when you get your Discord back? Yeah, I think I said hide, Goji guy, yeah. We'll give it a watch later. Massive. Hyde says, next week, Taguchi at Gfest, so get ready, guys. Oh. I am ready. I gotta figure out what I want him to... I got him to sign something in 2023. The Blazar poster. Actually, I don't know if you could see that. There. The Blazar poster. I didn't get him to sign anything last year because I didn't have anything. This year, I don't know. I don't know what I should get him to sign. I want him to sign something again this year. So we'll find out. But, yeah. And Bin Furuya. I don't know what Bin Furuya is going to sign. Shoot, I got to figure this stuff out. It's big. Gfest is so much to think about. Gumzilla says, I also hope to meet you, man. I'm sure you'll see me. Young Gary says, it took me 4 years to get a small local award for a short film I did, but I'm glad it took me that long since I've learned so much since then. That's cool that you got an award. I haven't entered in anything, but that's cool. That's cool that you got an award. Meditative Film says, you should buy a juggler Sparkle and have him sign that. See, I don't like the idea of getting a toy signed. I want something displayable, you know? I don't know. Like, I wouldn't get a box. I'm considering having at least Bin Furuya sign my Ultraman 1966 DVD case that in 2016 I got Fuji's actress to sign. Who's going to be back again, coincidentally. Tyler says, I got a question. Who's your first Ultraman? Mine actually was Ginga. The first Ultraman show I watched was the original. But I think the first one I may have been exposed to. I don't know if this is true. I don't know if this came before or after watching the original Ultraman. But I remember being exposed to the Ultraman Cosmos vs. Baltan video on YouTube. It's like Ultraman Cosmos vs. Baltan new soundtrack. I remember seeing that in the early days, and I loved that video. Younger says, Film Freeway is a lifesaver. Check it out. What is that? Let's see. Oh, for film festivals. World's #1 way to enter film festival and screenplay contest. Okay, that's actually cool. I do have a short film I could enter that I used for college applications. If any of you guys want to see that, DM me on Discord. I'll send you a link to it. Meditated Film says the first one I watched was the original, and then I'm pretty sure it was Jeed. Jeed was the first one I watched live. That was the first one I watched live. So I have a special attachment to that show. Young Gary says I was exposed to Zone Fighter first, then found out what it was trying to copy. Yeah. Hyde said my first dive into the franchise is actually Gaia. Gaia's a good start. If I ever you know, end up becoming close with a friend who is interested in checking out Ultraman, I think I'm gonna show him Gaia first. I think that, because I want to rewatch it. I feel like that's a good starting point. I think it would be a good experience. Tyler says, okay, here's a big one. Favorite fight from Ginga to Blazer. My favorite fight? From Ginga to Blazer. Well, I gotta go with the Baraba fight from Z with Ace. I gotta go with that one. So that's my favorite. It's my favorite episode. Oh no. Well, you said from. If you mean from a show, that would be my answer. If you mean from any Ultraman content in general within that time, it is the Ultra Brothers versus the Gua Brothers from Ultra Galaxy Fight: The Absolute Conspiracy Episode 6, the beginning. That's my favorite fight in the franchise, actually. Oh my god, I'm losing my voice. This is bad. I'm gonna sound terrible at the job interview tomorrow. Holy boom. Anyway, remember they made my Boys Earth into joke in UGF? Oh, don't even remind me of that. Genuinely. Don't even remind me of that. Alright. I should probably end the stream here. I think this is a good place to stop, especially because I'm losing my voice. Before I go, Gumzilla says, what's your favorite Blazar fight? Probably the final fight, honestly. Or maybe the one in the movie. Anyway, I gotta go. I gotta stop streaming. I've been streaming. How long have I been going for? 2.5 hours? Okay, that's average. Well, 2 hours and 50 minutes. Alright. Well, everyone, thanks for coming out to the stream. I really appreciate it. Remember, I'm not going to be around next week, but the week after that, I will be back for episode 3. Oh, I'm totally going to miss another episode. Shoot. Oh. I'm probably going to miss episode 4. It's a bummer. I'll film it. Alright, whatever. I'll figure that out. Alright, guys. Thanks for coming out. If you want to become a YouTube member, feel free. I recommend it, obviously. Don't forget to like the stream if you enjoyed it. Join my Discord if you're not in there already. I look forward to you guys' Ultraman Arc Armors. If you guys are still working on those, I'm looking forward to seeing them. They'll be in the video. The video will be out on Thursday. And yeah, so I'll see you guys. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Goodbye.